Hey guys, FNAF22 here with our video, and in today's video, we're here to talk about the full release of Multiverses. Now, if you guys didn't know, Multiverses was a cross-platform fighting game that came out I would like to say a year ago, a few months ago, but it was just the open beta. Then they shortly closed it down after it stopped getting updates. But finally, I think just a few weeks ago at the time of this being uploaded, they released the full game. So I just want to go over a few things about the full game and decide, is Multiverses comeback good? Or should they have just stayed dead? We're going to be going over 3 categories today, which will be the roster, the gameplay, and the new story mode. And yeah, guys, I hope you guys are excited for this, so let's just jump straight into this new video. First off, I want to talk about the roster. Now, there are a few new characters here on the roster. Let's just go over all the new characters, and then something important I just want to bring up, which would be kind of like a con of the roster. The first new character we got is Agent Smith from The Matrix. At the time of recording this, he is still coming soon, so I wasn't able to play as him, but he does look pretty cool, and I know a lot of people love The Matrix, so good for them. That was a good poll. Then we have Banana Guard from Adventure Time. All you have to do to get him is just log in. I think it's 2 days in a row. He's an alright character. Honestly, I was kind of disappointed with him. I know he was just kind of a free character and kind of just a ha-ha funny meme character, kind of like Piranha Plant in Smash Bros. But his moveset is kind of boring, and honestly, he's kind of just a overall boring character. I was not very excited to see him, and his gameplay isn't very fun. So honestly, that is kind of a thumbs down from me. But I get it from like the funny meme point of view, is that you wanted a funny character. Next up, we got a pretty big character. We have the Joker from the DC universe. He is a purchasable. You had to get 6,000 points to get him. Honestly, it's not that hard to get him. You don't even have to buy him. You just collect him from playing story mode or playing online matches. And honestly, the Joker is very fun. One of my new favorite mains, and I think he's one of the better characters in the new loot pool. Obviously, there's a lot of DC characters in Multiverses, but DC is one of Warner Bros. Biggest platforms, so I get it. The Joker's a very fun character. He has a very fun moveset, and he's just like Mortal Kombat 11 Joker. I thought he'd be weird or disappointing, but honestly, he fits right in. Then let's talk about one of the coolest new characters. We've got Jason Voorhees from the Friday the 13th franchise. All you have to do to get him is buy the Battle Pass, but if you played during the open beta like I did, you get the Battle Pass for free. So I got Jason Voorhees for free, and he is an absolute fun character. My new main, at least for now. He's very fun. The only downside I have to him is he's a slow character, and his moveset is kind of generic, you know, something you'd expect from a Jason Voorhees. But honestly, he is really cool, and I absolutely love comboing with him. I think he is one of the funnest new characters. And let's just talk about that emote. Come on, you don't want to see Jason moonwalking? That is absolutely beautiful. Now, one more thing I want to talk about the roster before we move on from this category is it is very unbalanced, and I don't mean gameplay wise. I mean that if you look at the roster here on screen, and I'll have dots to kind of represent what's going on, the green dots will be the heroes, the red dots will be the villains, and then we'll have like blue dots to represent the neutral characters. We have 16 heroes, 5 villains, and 5 neutral characters in this game. Now that is pretty cool. 26 characters is a pretty good roster, but the fact that there are 16 good guys, 5 villains, and 5 neutral characters. Now if you're wondering why like LeBron James and Rick and Morty are neutrals, it's because on their thing it doesn't say heroic or villainous, so I kind of just threw them in there as the game expects, like, they're not really either. But still, that is absolutely insane to have 16 good guy characters and only 5 villains. Like, we need to get more villains in this game. There are so many villains you can add, on top of the fact that there are so many characters rumored, like the Powerpuff Girls and Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. Just add some more characters, get some more villains in there, because the hero to villain ratio is very unbalanced. But overall, I think the roster is very fun. All the characters are very fun to play as, and they're all very unique in their own ways. So honestly, I'm going to give this new updated roster for Multiverses, I'm going to go ahead and give it an 8 out of 10. It is very, very good, and I honestly like it a lot. My only downside is the hero to villain ratio. That is very dumb. Next up, let's talk about one of the main things about a fighting game, the gameplay. Now, one thing I do want to say is the gameplay is very fun. Honestly, I have a lot of fun playing this. Recently, Fortnite has been very boring in my opinion, and this has been a very fun game to play to pass the time, but it is kind of slow paced, and I know it's something that a lot of people don't like about Multiverses is that the gameplay is kind of slow paced compared to something like Smash Bros, which has a very more high paced fighting style, but honestly, once you get used to it, I don't think it's as big as a problem as a lot of people are making it sound like. I think the gameplay is fun. It could be sped up a little bit, but overall it is fine and it is very fun to play to pass the time. And another cool thing about Multiverses is it can be played 1v1 or 2v2. Now, when it released back in the open beta, they tried to make it a very big focal point that you should only play 2v2 because that's how the game is made. But in my opinion, I feel like with this full release, it feels like 1v1 play is also very encouraged. Like, it feels like you don't have to play 2v2 to be playing Multiverses. You can just play 1v1s, and it's perfectly fine, whether that's the story mode or the PvP. Either way, it works, and I feel like it's fun to play now 1v1 or 2v2. It doesn't feel like you have to play one or the other to make it this Multiverses experience. I think it's very cool, and I think they made that a very good aspect of the game. Now, let's get to a few cons I have about the gameplay. First off, it can be kind of laggy at times. Here's some gameplay of me playing where it's just kind of lagging out on me. Now, this also could be my Wi-Fi, but at the same time, I never get under 20 ping on Fortnite, so I don't feel like my Wi-Fi is that bad. So I feel like it's just maybe something with the game. I've noticed playing from when it first released, the full game, to just a week later, it has gotten better, but I still feel like the game is a little bit laggy, but I do understand. And one big complaint I have about the game at the time of recording this, at least, is that there is no quit button. Now, I get it. You don't want people quitting in an online match, whatever. But when you're just normally playing with friends or normally playing the story mode, there's no quit button, and I absolutely hate that. Because what if I pick the wrong character now? I can't back out, and I just have to either let the bot destroy me 3 times, or I just have to jump off the cliff 3 times. I think it's very stupid to only have a resume button and no quitting button in a match. That is just absolutely dumb. But overall, for the gameplay, I think I will honestly give it like a 9 out of 10. The gameplay is very fun on Multiverses, and I just have a few gripes that can be fixed very easily and can make this game a very fun platform fighter. Now, let's talk about the biggest and newest part of Multiverses, the story mode, aka Rifts. Now, what this is just like little categories that you can go through. There's new ones releasing almost every day, like every week, and pretty much they let you unlock new characters, new skins. Like, I don't know at the time of recording this, there's one where you can get Agent Smith early, which is really, really cool, honestly. And it is a pretty fun mode to just play when you get bored, honestly. That's what I've been doing, is just playing it when I get really bored. I think it has some really cool cutscenes that do have dialogue between all the characters, and it makes up little stories for each one you're playing. Like, there's ones for Jason, ones for the Matrix, one for the Joker. Like, honestly, I think it's a really cool little aspect, and I love all the little cool cutscenes and dialogue. One thing I will say is kind of annoying is when you're going in and playing matches, you know, there's like criteria for each match, like do this, play as this character, which is pretty cool. You know, it gives it a little bit of a mix up and gives it kind of some replayability value because you can unlock those coins to purchase characters. So it kind of gives it a replay value. But I hate that when you're going through the fighting select, there's dialogue, but there's no speaking. So they add speaking to the cutscenes, but when the dialogue pops up on the screen that you're supposed to read, there's no speaking, which I think is kind of stupid because if you have voice actors for each character, now I get it. If it's a character like Jason Voorhees or maybe the Gremlins who don't talk, I understand. But when it's just words like from Velma or words from like Rick, why can't there just be dialogue? I think it's kind of stupid that you have voice actors for the game who voice act the cutscenes and also voice act the fighting, but there's no voice acting during the speech bubbles. I think it's just a little stupid, and I feel like just stepping that one more mile ahead would have made the story mode a lot better. If you're kind of confused on what this Rifts mode is, the best way I can explain it is it's kind of like a Smash Bros. Story where you go through and fight multiple people. Sometimes there's characters required, sometimes there's not. There's certain game modes like break the targets and collect the gold. It's a lot like the Smash Bros. Story mode that we've seen for a very long time, but it's very similar to the newest Ultimate Smash Bros. Story mode. I think that is the best way I can describe Rifts mode for you. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna overall give Rifts mode a 7 out of 10. It's not the coolest thing ever. When they said a story mode was coming out, I thought it would be something a lot bigger and something a lot cooler, like a full-on multiverse story mode. But it's just kind of like little game modes to play when you're bored. Obviously, it's not the worst thing ever, but I'm only gonna give it a 7 just because I don't think it's the most amazing thing in the world. So yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you will always be notified for when I drop another video. And for everybody wondering at home, if you want to know my top 5 favorite characters to play as, we got Jason Voorhees at number 1, Joker at number 2, I think I'm going to have to throw Stripe at number 3, Jake the dog at number 4, and Tom and Jerry at number 5. Those are my top 5. Let me know in the comments down below your top 5 favorite characters in the game. And let me know in the comments down below if you guys think Multiverses made a great comeback. Honestly, I think it did. I think this new version is a lot better than the open beta, but it is still very new at the time of me recording this and at the time of me uploading this. So let's see if they can continue bringing it, or if they're going to fail and kind of flop like they did back during the open beta. And one more thing I do want to say before this video ends is, if you play Superman, you're awful. I used to main Superman in the open beta, and he is now, in my opinion, the worst character in Multiverses. He is so spammy, so annoying. I absolutely hate fighting a good online Superman. Superman sucks. So yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and once again, I hope you guys enjoyed the little comeback. We got more videos coming. I know I took a break for a little bit, but I really wanted to make this Multiverses video a big thing, and I really wanted to take my time to play all the new characters and see all the new mechanics and just get everything in this new game. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you guys want to join along for this little journey we are trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of 2024 and become a YouTube partner. So make sure you subscribe. It's completely free, and you'll be able to see all the new content. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Deuces.